Probably,
Monica.
Yeah, what y'all want to say?
You know it's definitely.
Say it. No, Monica. No, don't parse words, Monica.
Say it, Monica.
I know you got to go in those locker rooms.
Shannon's right.
I know you
Say
cool
it,
with
Monica.
those women. Say it.
So do me a favor and let me finish.
Say it.
I got y'all.
Okay.
Okay? You're not going to tell me what to say, Stephen A. I'm going to talk, right? There is certainly jealousy. There's certainly a reason to prove yourself. But if it is as bad as you all are now perceiving it to be, this team is 11 games in, and this is the first time we're having a conversation about a non-basketball play. If it is as lethal and as nasty as the media has come to portray it. All I'm saying is Kennedy Carter, her behavior is not indicative of the entire league. And the blanket statements are where this thing is going. Let me finish. The blanket statements are where this thing is going left. There are a ton of women in this league that are going to compete at a high level and be good sports in this thing. This is new territory for everyone involved. As far as the Matt Barnes and the Uncle Shannon conversation about getting into fights and altercations, you mentioned Angel Reese. Angel Reese has always had her teammates back to that degree. Aaliyah Boston has been walking this thing out with Caitlin Clark closely. I know that her teammates love her and appreciate her, but if it is not who they are to jump up and start a fight, then maybe they can't afford to lose game checks potentially, y'all. A game check in the NBA is what we're talking about in terms of salaries overall in the WNBA. So I think I would like you guys, and we all should do a better job of having a conversation with a little bit more nuance. We all agree Kennedy Carter was wrong. We all agree there is some jealousy, but to your point, Stephen A., there is jealousy. To your point, it is still a prove-it league. What has been frustrating for those of us that have covered the league for years, you can go back to Candace Parker's rookie year. There's tape floating around on the internet. There has been physicality and welcome to the league moments. That's all. And so making a blanket statement about the women of this league is unfair. Is there jealousy? Yes. But is the league and are all of the players in the league hating on her? I do not think that is accurate. And this is not a ballet performance.
First of all, hold on, no. We got to have time. We got to have time to respond, Monica.
Do you?
We got to have time to respond to you there because you're saying a lot. You're saying a lot. You're saying a lot. You're saying it's. Excuse me. First of all, nobody said oil. All. That's number one.
No,
number
actually,
two,
a lot of people have said
we said to you, don't. We said to you, don't say probably. That's all we said. We said say it. It's not probable. That's all we did.
Hey guys, can you guys hold up? Can you guys put me on camera for 1 second, please? Can you guys put me on camera for 1 second, please? Everybody's talking over each other. Everybody's in different studios, and we have delays. Can everyone just finish their thought? And then, it's hard to do the back and forth when we're all in different places. So you're all talking at the same time, and I can't understand anything that you're saying, so the viewers at home can't either. Stephen A., go ahead.
Go ahead, Stephen A.
The point, Monica, is this. The jealousy, it's not about all. It's about the fact that it's been very pronounced from the time she's arrived. And that doesn't mean all, but that means a lot of it is legit. And when you talk about leading this show, no, it ain't the media. What happens is the people have been speaking about it all weekend long. So we're paying attention to what the people are talking about. That's what makes us determine what we want to talk about. If somebody is talking about something else far more than this incident, we would have led with that. We led with this because that's what everybody has been talking about. Now, what you have to ask yourself, Eminem, is this. Over this weekend, as this was pervasive throughout social media and beyond, why was that the case? If the WNBA has been in existence for over 22 years, why is it that this particular weekend, just because of a hip check, that everybody is talking about it on social media? Why would they do that, Monica?
Because it is a hot topic, and Caitlin Clark has brought new eyes to the game. I'm fully aware, Stephen A.
Hold on. So when that play happened with Candace Parker, that was a basketball play trying to box out. Did anybody talk about that on TV the next morning or the next morning or the next? Monica, I like to do simple yes or no, not the nuance because you want to go nuance because you see what you try to do is get away with it with nuances. Did they talk about it? Is it simple yes or simple no?
No.
So what we're seeing is that the New York Liberty had a $2 million gate against a Fever game. Had they had another $2 million game before or since? It's a simple yes or no, Monica.
I actually don't know that one. I'm going to go no based on where you're going.
Okay, how about this? The Sparks had a game in which Fever, Caitlin Clark and her team showed up, and they had more in attendance than a Laker game. Have the Sparks had more in attendance before or after? Yes or no, Monica?
No.
So you see this has a lot, and I get it, the jealousy. I'm in the media. I remember when P. Mac got that big old deal. I didn't get mad because I say, you know what? He came from the digital space. You know what? Maybe ESPN will like that boy enough. They hit your boy up with a deal like that. Let me see what he did. That's how I look at Monica. I ain't finna hate on him. I'm finna get like him and get me a big deal.
That's what I'm saying, Monica. That's what I was saying with the PMAX and all of that other stuff. Listen, I'm watching PMAC, I'm watching Shannon, I'm watching everybody. I'm looking at them. The advice that I'm giving to the WNBA players, I'm following. I am very appreciative of the market that the Pat McAfees and the Shannon Sharps of the world and others have set. Oh, Stephen A's watching. I'm loving it. I'm not mad. I can't be happier. I couldn't be happier. They're setting the market. Caitlin Clark is doing that for these WNBA players. Reap it and benefit off of it. That's all I'm saying.
Monica, get in here.
Thank you, Molly. I didn't want to step over the audio. Okay, so listen, y'all. I am not saying that the WNBA doesn't have to acknowledge that Caitlin Clark's influence is rising this thing up, right? But Shannon, to go back to your example, you mentioned PMAC, the new deal resetting the marketplace. Let's just go back to you as a football player, right?
Yes.
Your position, tight end, got paid.
Yes.
Shannon, you honestly mean to tell me that when your team has the opportunity to play, I mean, I know football, we got offense, defense, but if your team had the opportunity to play the next big thing, they wouldn't have your back and the competition might not be a little bit more juice? Is that what you're trying to tell me? All right, then, what are we talking about?
No. What I'm saying, Monica, I'm not going to try. Let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm going up against a top linebacker. And he's a rookie, and he got this big payday. I'm not gonna cheap shot him. I'm gonna do my best to block him. I'm gonna try to show him up in the passing game. I'm gonna try to catch passes, touchdowns, first down against him. And then I'm not gonna shove him. I'm not gonna do all that little shady stuff. But I promise you, I'm gonna get you back. But I'm not gonna make it look like it's deliberate. I'm gonna get you back within a play of a game. I got my teammates back. Oh, you best believe it.
Right. So what I'm saying to y'all is I think there has been more within the allowed play of basketball outside of this play by Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter, clearly, there's jealousy there, right? But also, when you look at her history, she's not been the sportswoman of the year. And so all I'm saying is that this particular play should not be indicative of how the entire league feels. That's the part that has been really frustrating to watch this evolve. Caitlin is going to be okay. She's going to be great in this league. And this probably will not be allowed going forward because you're right. It's not a basketball play. And as far as her teammates having her back, if those women are not fighters before she became their teammate, that's not going to change instantly. They do have their back in the best way that they know how. It's not quite the same where Matt Barnes could have been an enforcer and can afford to toss out a game check. Like, it's not the same thing. That's all I'm saying. The blanket statements have been unfair.
Hey, Monica, you remember when Cardosa, when she slung down Flau'jae Johnson? Haley Van Lith, all of 5'1", 5'2", she shoved Cardosa.
Again, that's part of Haley Van Lith's DNA, which is what I'm saying to you.
It's the fact that that happened, Stephen A. You remember when they changed the rule when Tom Brady got his knee shredded? He got hit in the pocket. Just 8 years earlier, Trent Green suffered that same injury, and they didn't do a thing. They didn't change the rule. The rules normally get changed when who it happens to. This happened to Caitlin Clark. It's not the same if somebody had a hip check Carter. You know that. Anybody else? It's not the same, Monica. There's a different set of rules. We understand that.
Last couple of comments. Number one, somebody just reminded me about what Michael Jordan went through when he first came into the league. And you're talking about a league, the vast majority of players are black, and even Michael Jordan came into the league. And you had teams like the Pistons and others that were trying to put him through hell because they weren't going to relent to it. But then you saw some of the rule changes that were incorporated. You know why? Because the league deduced that the brand of basketball that was being played that negated and neutralized the greatness of a Michael Jordan wasn't necessarily beneficial to the overall product and the financial stability of the league. And so all of a sudden stuff was implemented. Now, obviously, that's a bit extreme compared to what we're talking about with Caitlin Clark. But what I'm trying to say is that from an historical perspective, use things as an advantage to really, really piggyback off of and learn.